Hi, good morning, and welcome back to Create, Share, Inspire podcast. I'm Kristin Omdahl, and we are here live in Southwest Florida in my beautiful tropical backyard. It has been raining, so it's really nice and lush this morning. If you are joining me live, please say hello. If you end up watching the recorded version, please also feel welcome to say hello. I always forget to turn the volume up on my computer first. This is episode 680, and I've got a few things to share with you this morning, but I will wait till people get a chance to pop over from pre-chat and notifications. For those of you that might be new to the podcast, pre-chat. Oh, hi Grace, hi Joe, I'll explain it in a minute. Hi Mindy and Patricia, Geraldine, Judy, good morning. Oh, thank you for the camel and the mermaid. They're fun any day, aren't they? Hi Carrie, hi Lorraine, hi Sharon, good morning everybody. Hi Julia and Kiranjeet. Welcome back to the podcast, everybody. Hi Carolyn and Mindy, Val, Lisa, Irene. It is super steamy here. It's been raining since yesterday. We had rain all day yesterday and all night, I think. Hi Pamela. Hi Nanette. Good morning. Thank you, Mindy. This is the Jasmine crochet pattern. It's sleeves that you crochet right onto a tank top. I've linked in the video description as well as in the fixed comments below the video everything that I'm going to talk about today, including the pattern that I'm wearing. Hi Trina. Welcome back to Create, Share, Inspire podcast, everybody. I'm Kristin Omdahl, and this is episode 680. We are live in Southwest Florida in my beautiful tropical backyard that is super green today because it's been raining so much. My hair's kind of frizzy, but that's okay. I'll live. Hi, Lottie. Sorry if I missed anybody's names while I was talking, but if you're joining me live, please say hello or let us know what you're crafting, or if you have any questions for me, feel welcome to ask as well. I was starting to say when I first started that I like to wait a few minutes before starting to give everybody a chance to get here, right? The second I hit that live button is not necessarily the same second that everybody gets here. And so one of the nice features that YouTube has for live streaming like this is that when I've scheduled the live stream, which I usually do at least an hour before the podcast, sometimes in the perfect world, I've scheduled them a day or so in advance, but at least an hour in advance if I've forgotten the day before. And what happens is if you get here early, I think it's, correct me if I'm wrong, everybody that participates in the pre-chat, I think it opens up 30 minutes or maybe an hour before the podcast starts. And so you can go into that pre-chat room, whatever, it's where you're chatting right now on your screen. That section is open for live chatting in an hour. Thank you, Joe. It's open for chatting an hour before the podcast starts. So you can start talking to people there. I know some of our moderators chat in there in the morning, and anybody can join. So I know a lot of people really enjoy pre-chat. So if you'd like to get to know anybody better or just want to chat more about knitting and crochet and yarn, I know that everybody really enjoys the pre-chat as well. So for anybody new that doesn't know what I'm talking about when I say I'm going to wait until people pop over from pre-chat notifications, that is what I mean. Thank you, Judy, for sharing the links already. Judy has already started sharing links in the live chat also, so they're live links if you really want to find the pattern and the yarn for the things that I'm wearing or talking about immediately instead of waiting till after the podcast and checking out the video description. So yeah, this is a $2, or you can buy any tank top with the skinny strap on it. You can buy them at Walmart, you can buy them on Amazon, you can buy them anywhere. You probably already have 50 of them in your closet, right? I know I have a lot of them too. And so this is a wonderful pattern for simply crocheting around that sleeve opening and making a sleeve. no shaping. You could make it as short or as long as you want. It's a super simple stitch pattern. You can see here, there's rows of double crochet, there's rows of mesh. It's very simple, but has some detail to it. Really easy to make and really dresses up a plain old tank top and covers up your arms. I know a lot of us aren't comfortable with this part of our arm, and so this really does hide some parts if you're not comfortable showing your arms, but also still gives you that summery look of a tank top with lace sleeves. I'm also wearing some new shorts that I found on Amazon. What's weird about these shorts is that they come size small, medium, large, XL. They're super stretchy, and I'm wearing the extra large, which means, and they're not tight on me at all. So if I continue to lose weight, I guess I'll be going down to the large soon. So yay me. They have a little side slit here, and they have really cute fringe. And other than that, they just feel like wearing shorts. They're super, super comfortable. And like I said, they have quite a bit of stretch to them. So if you're in between sizes, probably be really easy to figure out your size. There's lots of reviews on them on Amazon as well. So if you want to see what other people have chosen for sizes based on height, weight, and all that good stuff, there's a lot of information there. I was really conflicted between ordering the large and the extra large, and like I said, I probably should have bought the large, but at the same time, they're not tight and they're super comfortable. So I'm fine wearing these until I need the large. I think today they're on sale for $22. I think that's what I saw when I went to find the link. So they're really affordable as well. They came in lots of other colors and a few other designs, but this was just the plain blue, not galaxy blue, or they had other names. I just bought the blue, and that's the link that I shared as well. It looks like Judy just shared the link in the live stream as well. Lisa loved my bodysuit. Yes, I bought a bodysuit the same day I bought the shorts, and the bodysuit is amazing. And I will wear it another day when I'm going to wear it with a layering piece over the top to show you some different ways want to wear a bodysuit, but today it's really hot and I wanted to wear this top instead. So, and honestly, they can both be mixed and matched with anything, right? A bodysuit and a pair of jean shorts. So even though I did post a picture of me wearing both the day that I got them, because I was super excited, they don't necessarily have to be worn together either. But as the weeks progress, I will be showing you some different ways to style a bodysuit. I think a bodysuit is very flattering on all body types, and I do think that it's a wonderful piece for layering with knit and crochet pieces. So there'll be more of that soon. And in the meantime, what else? I think that's everything that I'm wearing. So I think it's time to go on to my basket. You know what it means when I show a basket in the thumbnail for the video. It means we have new yarn, and these aren't new colors, but they're back in stock. So these were colors that were sold out, and so if you had signed up for the wait list on any of these colors, you were notified this morning that they are now back in stock. We have a huge stock now of mulberry in Be So Fine yarn, and it is back in stock in Be So Sporty yarn. It's a very popular color. How many things have I made in this color over the years too, right? So that's mulberry. We have it in Be So Fine and Be So Sporty yarn, and then I have three super popular colors back in stock, three more super popular colors back in stock in Sporty. So it's 4 colors total today in Be So Sporty yarn. It is the mulberry, which is, we used to call this crushed berries, but the formula's changed a little bit over the years, and now it's called mulberry. So gorgeous. What a beautiful saturated raspberry. And then Caribbean turquoise is back in stock. I know that's a favorite for a lot of people. And jaded peacock is back in stock. How beautiful is that dark teal? My goodness, so beautiful. I've made a lot of stuff in all 3 of those colors over the years. All 3 of these. And then Another super duper favorite of a lot of people, Shushugi Ban is back in stock in Be So Sporty yarn. And this has some soft black and some silver, and this is the color that I was inspired to dye a few years ago based on that Japanese burning wood technique called Shushugiban that Chip and Joanna Gaines had showed on their show when they were decorating a houseboat. And so I've been on and off dyeing my yarns in this color way ever since, and so this is the new version of it. So we've got a bunch of this in stock now if you want to grab it before it's gone. This particular color seems to sell out every single time it comes out and sell out quickly. So this is Shushugi Ban. It has soft black and a paler silver gray. So beautiful. These are bamboo yarns, Brenda. This is Be So Sporty yarn, which is my #2 sport weight, 100% bamboo yarn that comes 325 yards to a hank, and all of my yarns are sold already wound into a center pull ball in an organza storage bag. You can see more of that on my website. So I'll go over this one more time then. We've got mulberry back in stock in Be So Fine and Be So Sporty yarn. And then in Be So Sporty yarn as well, we've got the mulberry, Caribbean turquoise, jaded peacock, and Shushugi Ban. So a bunch of stuff is in stock, but these are the new stock yarns that are back in stock as of this morning. I listed everything before the podcast started. And I want to make something new. Can't decide if it's going to be in Be So Fine or Be So Sporty, but I want to make a new garment. I want to start this weekend, and I can't figure out what color to do. What color would you guys like me in sitting down in this top? Yikes. That's the downside to keeping my laptop here. I put the laptop here so that I don't miss comments as they're scrolling on my phone, but if I look over and I see myself, sometimes I go, ugh. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Does anybody have any questions? Let's see, we've got new people coming in now. Hi, Dawn and Rita, and I missed some other names. And Donna, good morning. Thanks, Mindy. The mulberry is an incredible color. It really is. It's so deeply saturated. It's gorgeous. I just can't figure out what I'm going to crochet or knit with this weekend. I feel like I want to make like another cardi vest, where we do the rectangle and put 2 armholes in it. I feel like either doing a knit or crocheted one, and something that I could drape and wear over my new jean shorts and bodysuit, actually. So I'm trying to figure out what color, because my bodysuit is black, the jean shorts are blue, so trying to figure out what color would be super cute to wear with them. Maybe one of the darker colors. I'm thinking maybe jaded peacock or Shushugi Bun, but there's so many beautiful colors. Sharon wants to know how many skeins are needed for an average top. It depends on what size you're making, Sharon. And it depends on what yarn you're talking about too, because to figure out the yardage for any given project, you need to know how big it's going to be and how big your yarn is and what kind of hooks or needle size you're going to use. Because let's say, for example, in Be So Sporty yarn, I do a lot of garments in this yarn, and I size my patterns usually from 30 to 36 inch bust through like 56 inch bust. That's normally what I do. And when I do that, it's for a short sleeve top that's maybe lacy. I'll do 2 balls for the smallest size 36, and it'll be upwards of 4 or 5 balls for the largest size. But so your question really depends on what size you're making, how tight or loose the stitch pattern is going to be. So like if you're doing a solid stitch pattern like stockinette in knitting, and solid rows of double crochet or single crochet in crochet, that's going to take more yardage than an open lacy pattern like for example, like Sweet Clara Top. So for example, Sweet Clara Top starts at 2 balls for the smallest size, but then depending on what size you're making, it'll take more yarn. So did Sharon give more information to her question yet? I don't see. Does anybody have any other questions about that? So then the tighter you crochet, so the tighter you crochet, the more combined the tighter your stitches are. And I don't mean tight, the more closed your stitches are. Anytime you have holes in a pattern, it takes less yarn. There's holes, right? So lace has lots of holes. That takes less yarn than a solid pattern. So like, for example, this mesh row takes less yardage than the solid double crochet row. Maybe that makes sense to see an actual example right there. Yeah, you're right, Judy. I think Cherie has made a few things in Shishugi Bun. She likes that color a lot too. Dawn crochets loose. Everybody crochets differently. How much ballpark for the sleeves on the top I'm wearing? I'm pretty sure I did these sleeves in a tidbit of Be So Fine yarn, which is 1/3 of a ball, and you can buy Be So Fine yarn as 1/3 of a ball. It's called a tidbit, and it's in my yarn shop. But that's based on making this size sleeve. If you're making a much larger sleeve, whether it would be longer or wider, the yardage could be affected by that, and you would need to buy more yarn. So these sleeves were made with under 216 yards because I was able to do it in a tidbit. The pattern will say for sure, but I'm pretty sure that I used a tidbit of yarn for the sleeves. Sharon, you did buy a tidbit for these sleeves? All right, so then you remember it on the pattern. Great, thank you. And yeah, Tuscan Terrace will be pretty for sleeves. That's one of the variegated colors that has like some turquoise and some peach and some gold. It's very pretty. Yeah, so Cindy, depending on what size you'd be making of the sleeves, the length, and what size the armhole circumference is, if you're looking to make something, and I know you've said ballpark, the ballpark would be based on this size, it's roughly 215 yards. Great questions today, guys. I love getting questions, especially when I can answer them. Could you put the jasmine sleeves on your Amazon tank dress? Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Definitely. You could put these sleeves on anything. So that is another great question. Let's say you made a knit tank top. You made a crocheted tank top or anything sleeveless. Let's say you bought anything sleeveless at a store. Let's say you have something with sleeves on it from a store and you want to take a seam ripper and rip out that seam and take the sleeves off. You could put this on anything. Yes, it does not have to be on a tank top like this. This is a great question. I know sometimes it's difficult to see past what you're looking at, and yes, which yarn did you use on my tank top? Brenda wants to know. I used Be So Fine yarn on this tank top. These sleeves are made with Be So Fine yarn. Christine, I do not have my patterns filtered for yardage like that right now, but I'm hoping that when the new website comes out, I will have more filtering abilities like that. But no, at the moment I don't have the website. my website is not does not filter for when you have 3 balls of yarn. I don't know if I could ever do it for 1, 2, 3 balls of yarn, simply because all of my yarns have different yardage, but I could filter. I could filter the patterns based on how much yardage. So if you had, you know, 100 yards, 200 yards, 600 yards, I could probably do it that way. Lorraine, when does the mystery crochet along start? Another great question. It starts on Monday. So Monday is a holiday here in the US. It is Labor Day, and we will not be having a podcast Monday morning, but I will be launching the first mystery clue for the new mystery crochet along poppy scarf on Monday. That should go out early in the morning, and then at 9 o'clock, the same time that we normally do the podcast, I will be releasing the first video to correspond with the first mystery clue, and we'll do a live premiere of that so we can chat along together if you like for that. How do you attach yarn to a solid fabric underneath? Another great question. It depends on the fabric, and it depends on what size crochet hook you're using. If you are using a super fine crochet hook, I think I use like a 2mm or somewhere in that range for this particular pattern, and this fabric is very thin, I was able to stab the fabric or pierce the fabric with my crochet hook to work right into the fabric. However, that's not always the case, and depending on the fabric you're using. You can do a blanket stitch with a yarn needle and your yarn first and place those stitches along the edge of a fabric, and then in that horizontal bar that's created from the blanket stitch, you can crochet into that like it's a chain. And I've done videos on both of those. There's a playlist here on YouTube called Crochet on Fabric, and if you watch the videos in that playlist, you'll see both varieties that I'm talking about. Specifically for that question, when the fabric is not thin and not easy to just crochet into, there's a video where I took a store-bought dinner napkin and crocheted an edge along it, and in that one you needed to do a blanket stitch first. You can see that in that video. In fact, the curtains in my bedroom I did that way as well. I have beautiful gold silk curtains in my bedroom, and are they velvet? I think they're velvet actually. And I used Be So Fine yarn in colorway $1 Million Red, and I made the most gorgeous lace edging on there with that technique. So you can crochet with crochet on edging techniques, you can crochet on anything. I've done dinner napkins, I've done bandanas to make a gift wrapping, I've done it on my bedroom curtains, you could do it, I've done it on so many different types of store-bought clothing. You can do crochet and edging on anything. Let's see if there are any, I think I've answered, okay, I'm caught up on the questions. Oh, and Judy just posted a link to that YouTube playlist that I just mentioned for Crochet on Fabric. You're welcome, Sharon. Anybody have any more questions? I love answering questions. It's so fun. Ooh, I haven't put these back in my office yet. These are those bra cup inserts that I got on Amazon this week. I am so excited to start working on a top in those too. Oh gosh, I've got so much to work on. I've got so many patterns that I want to release right now, and videos. There's going to be more patterns and videos next week besides just the mystery crochet along. I've got a bunch of other videos that I'm editing that are almost done that will correspond with patterns that are almost done editing. So we'll do some photo shoots this weekend, hopefully. But then I have more patterns to do for that new ebook that I want to release next month. And I want to make more stuff for me for layering. And I want to make those tops. I really want a couple of tops with those bra inserts inside. That'll be so fun. Hello from Normandy, France. Welcome. Glad you could be here. I've never been there. I would love to travel through France and Italy and Spain, Greece. I'd actually love to go through all of Europe, I think. I love all the history. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you. I'm so glad you like my designs. I've written quite a few patterns and I still love it. Lisa, you've done both ways of crochet on fabric and both easy. Wonderful. I'm so glad. It just opens up a whole additional world to crocheting and knitting, right? Once you realize that you don't have to make the entire fabric, you can actually embellish so many things in so many different ways. It's very exciting. I think so anyway. Oh, we've talked about so many other things too, like making a topper to make something that just covers up the chest and the arm. Wouldn't that be nice too if you wanted to cover up your cleavage and your arms and then still have the store-bought shirt on the bottom? Thank you, Judy. Yes, Angela, that is the whole reason why I bought these. Maybe you weren't there the day that I talked about these. I have been hesitant to make bikini tops, festival tops, and that whole style of tank top because I wasn't quite sure how to size garments for bra cup sizes. And so I decided to look for them on Amazon, and I ended up buying my size in white and nude. I should have bought black too, but whatever. I ended up buying them and looking them up where they came sized because I wanted to be able to size the garments. There's no reason to just make something in an A cup or something in a D cup. I wanted to be able to make them in multiple sizes. So the bra inserts that I found came in an AB, a CD, and an E. And I figured that would give me a really great starting point for designing around the bra cup sizes. So I'm going to make the samples in my size, obviously. So I bought the CD cup, which seems like it'll be just fine. But then when it gets closer to releasing the pattern, I'll buy the other two sizes as well so that I can size the garments. So I'm really excited about that because I think that that type of top, you know, one thing that I've learned, you know, I come from a modeling and fashion background, right? I started modeling when I was 11 and I was really thin, and back then modeling was only, and fashion really was only focused around thin young people. And what I've noticed the last several years is that plus size has, you know, just soared. So we really are more focused as a society on beauty at any age and beauty at any size. And it really inspires me as a designer to be able to, you know, what's the word? You know, I'm terrible at phrases. Put your money where your mouth is what's coming to mind, but that's not what I mean. I want to prove it, and I try to show designs that are, you know, maybe more youthful and more sexy that you would maybe only see on someone that's a size 2, because it's not all about that's not just for a size 2. You can be beautiful, you can be sexy, you can be feminine at any size and at any age, and it's about your attitude. So I don't want people to ever feel limited, like, oh, that's beautiful, but that's only good on this type of a person. No. Anybody can wear anything. You want to wear a bikini, you wear a bikini. You can rock a bikini at any size and at any age. You can rock shorts at any size at any age. It doesn't matter. And so because I feel that way, I feel like I have the opportunity as a designer and as somebody that models my designs, I have the ability to prove my point by showing you that. So it's really important to me. And like I said, I'm so inspired. I follow a lot of plus size models on Instagram and mostly Instagram, and I get so inspired by watching how they use their platform and how beautiful they look in their different jobs, modeling jobs. Who is your baby? Oh, we've got a baby Bjorn today. Look at that sugar. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, I could kiss you all day. Do you think he wants me to kiss all day? Mm-mm. He says no. Mm-mm. I'm good for about 2.5 kisses and that's it. You do. Size inclusive, absolutely. That's why I've sized all of my garments, not just the garments. Most often I size the non-structured garments too, like the ponchos and the cardi wraps. And you know what? I haven't, and all I do is just try to improve as time goes on, right? Have I always sized things with a large size range? No. Have I always made videos with my patterns? No. But guess what? As time goes on and I get more experience and I get more thoughtful and more mindful and I have a larger audience that I can get feedback from, like through the podcast, when I know better, I do better, right? There's a Maya Angelou quote. Do your best, and then when you know better, you do better. That is a life motto as far as I'm concerned, and something that's really, really important. I do my best until I know better, and when I know better, I do better, period. And I'm very proud of that. Do I have a crochet pattern for a long sleeve t-shirt? Barbara wants to know. I have patterns with lots of sleeve choices, including some with long sleeves, some with short sleeves, and you can always just adjust the length of the sleeves as well. How are the bra cups inserted into a garment? I will be attaching them. I will be sewing them right in, probably with crochet fabric. Thank you, Patricia. Well, it's a choice, right? We do learn as we go, but it is a choice whether you choose to do better when you know better. And I'm so proud of myself that I make that choice. Yes, Angela, I have been sizing shawls in recent years. When it makes sense, I have been sizing them. That is true. Like the last couple pieces I did for magazines, I sized the shawls and the ruanas. Oh, you coming back for more love? Oh, yeah. 2 cuddles in one podcast from one kitty? What is this all about? Oh, he says, I think it's time to end the podcast, Mama. Okay. Well, thank you all so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes here with me and with Bjorn. Is Becca here too? I hope you enjoyed the show and tell, the new yarn colors back in stock. I hope you were inspired to think of what you might want to work on next. Hope you enjoyed chatting with me and everyone else. Thank you so much for all the wonderful questions today. They were great. If you decide you have any other questions, please always feel welcome to come back and leave them for me in the comments. Remember, we will not have a podcast on Monday, so it is going to be a long weekend, but I will be releasing the first video as a live premiere for the Mystery Crochet Along Poppy Scarf. If you haven't already joined the Mystery Crochet Along, you can in my crochet pattern shop on my website. And what else? If you like the podcast, put a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please click the red subscribe button. We'd love to see you back if you are new. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. Have a wonderful day, a wonderful long weekend, and I will see you next week. Same time, same place. Bye-bye.